So I will just take probably 2 minutes. This is about STG, most commonly performed procedure. So we'll just discuss the key points. Split thickness graft is when you take epidermis and some part of dermis. Now depending upon how much dermis we take, it is either thin, intermediate or a thicker split thickness graft. So this is a Watson's modification of Humvey's knife. The only two important things in taking split thickness graft is the thickness of the blade we adjust to take the graft and the amount and pressure applied while taking the graft. So this is the left side nut is the locking nut, the right side nut is the positioning nut. There is the handle which we use to open the handle, and this is the housing of the blade. So this is the STG knife. So I'm sorry, the handle of my blade is broken, so we've opened it without the handle. And remember, always insert the knife from below the rolling cylinder, adjust it, and you slide the handle to lock it. So once that is locked, we use the adjusting knot, loosen the grip, use the adjusting knot to adjust the position of the cylinder so as to adjust the distance between the blade and the rolling cylinder. Now there are 3-4 positions which is usually marked by, so you see the 2 or 3 markings there on the adjusting nut. Usually based on different manufacturers the thickness is different, but approximately you can keep it at 2nd or 3rd marking, which approximately keeps it between a medium thickness split thickness graft, which is usually 0.3 to 0.45 millimeters. When we are starting new, the best standard way which you can use is after adjusting it at between 2 to 3 markings, you can use a 15 number blade and slide between the rolling cylinder and the blade. If the blade just passes freely, that is approximately a good medium thickness split thickness graft. So you can see when you move the adjusting knot, it moves the blade. And once we get the correct position, we lock it with the locking knot into position. So finally, placement of the leg. So we usually try to harvest it from all head and neck purposes. We used to harvest it from the medial or the lateral thigh. It is positioned in the frog-legged position. We have to try to keep the skin of the thigh as flat as possible. So we need to apply traction and counter traction from both sides, one from the surgeon, other from the assistant. Give copious amount of saline and a lubricating jelly so as the blade moves freely. Use to and fro motion. So initially it was at normal speed, now is at slow motion. It still takes less than 30 seconds. So this is in medium thickness. When you start placing the blade at the thigh, place it at 45 degrees. When we start harvesting, make the blade as parallel as to the skin as possible, because the skin will anyways get lifted up from the anterior, from the leading position. So the graft will be even and come out without cutting. So this is another position where you see mark the position of the extra drapes which is placed below the thigh so that the skin is as flat as possible, and we are holding it from both sides to keep it as flat as possible. Thank you.